Welcome back to my channel. My name is Katelyn Brooke and I'm a hairstylist and salon owner here in Western North Carolina, and today I am super excited because we are going to be going over my favorite budgeting tool for hairstylists. So let's go ahead and jump in. So we're going to switch over to my iPad screen here, and you can see that I am pulling up an app called YNAB, or You Need a Budget. This is my favorite app for budgeting for hairstylists because you can really customize it to exactly what you need and allow you to see it on a quick basis on this little widget that I'll show you here in a bit. We're going to go through and create a mock budget, so I'll show you exactly what I would do if I was setting up my budget for the first time. So in here, you're going to see that there's a bunch of different options that they have added in for you already, but I'm just going to go ahead and add in just some random expenses. So let's go ahead and say rent is one of those. Let's just say you're a booth renter. And then we can go with salon supplies, but we can even do more specific and do salon centric. Cosmoprof for the next. All right, so we have our rent in there. We've got our salon supplies. You can even get as super specific as color and lightener or whatever you want it to be, but I'm just going to leave it under those options for right now. Our retail sales products from a different company. So I'm going to put in retail product orders as well. And I'm going to name this one utilities. Once we have our names for each of our categories, we're going to go through and put in how much we pay per month. Let's go ahead and say that your rent is paid weekly. So we're going to just take that off right here. And you'll see at the bottom of the screen, there are different things that you can choose as far as like your savings goals or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and press weekly, and you can also press whatever day. So we'll say that every Saturday you pay $200 in rent. So we're going to go ahead and say that you go to Salon Centric every week, but you go on Mondays. Go ahead and assume that you have a $500 budget for Salon Centric each week, and we'll give you a $200 budget for salon or for Cosmoprof each week. So now that we have our salon supplies out of the way, we're going to go into retail product orders. And maybe you don't order retail products quite as often as you do your other supplies, so we'll just do every month at the end of the month, and we'll go ahead and say that you spend $2,000 a month on retail products. And then at the end here, we have utilities. So on this one, I'm going to do a little bit of a different option. So let's just assume this is a utility that you pay every 6 months. And so we can go ahead and set up a savings goal on here. So you can either do this by date or you can do other. So there are different options that YNAB has. So you're going to have like things where you need to save it up along the way, or just a savings balance that you want to get to a certain number on. Or let's just say that you want to focus on saving X amount of money every single month for taxes, and you can do a monthly savings builder as well. I use a lot of these on my own personal budget, but for today we'll keep it pretty simple. So under utilities, we're going to go ahead and do by date, and let's just say you need this by June 1st. 2022, and we're going to give this a budget of $600. Okay, so we're going to keep these as our categories. We have all of them set up, and we have them under what their weekly or monthly budgets would be. And then here you'll see I didn't set these up quite correctly, but what you can do is you can move these categories around underneath bills, frequent, non-monthly, goals, quality of life, whatever. It's completely up to you if you want to put those into categories. For the sake of today, we're just going to leave it as is and move along to the next portion of the video. So once you get everything set up, you'll see that underneath each category, your lines pop up. So say you had more than one non-monthly expense, those would pop up together, and so on and so forth. So on YNAB, you are able to connect your bank accounts to this. For the sake of this video, we're going to do a fake bank account because obviously for personal reasons, we're not going to add my accounts in. So you're going to click unlinked account, and we're going to go ahead and put a checking account, and we're going to name this unlinked business account. And what you'll do is you'll log on to your bank account if you're not going to connect it or you don't feel comfortable connecting it. And you're going to go ahead and put in the total balance that you have in that account. So let's just say you have $15.46 in your bank account right now. And we're going to save that one. And you'll see up here that it has that you're ready to assign money. But we're going to go in and add one more account really quick. Accounts down at the bottom and press add accounts and unlinked. And so I like to add cash in as a category since we do get paid cash as a small business. So we will just add this as a cash account. And we'll say that you have $550 in cash right now. You're ready to assign your money. You're going to go over to your budget, and that's where we're going to pop up and have all of our different things. So this app has a really cool feature where it will auto assign your money where it needs to go. And let me just go ahead and say, so you'll see on here where we have the 28th for when you need your retail products to be done by. So it's going to automatically fill in those numbers by when you might need that money. It's really cool to see where it would auto assign your money, but typically I like to do it myself just so that I know I have a handle on it. What I typically like to do is go in and see if anything has a specific date that I need it by and see if we're anywhere close to that date. If that date is coming up this week when I do my budget on Monday, then I'm automatically going to fully assign that money. So let's go ahead and click on rent and get started. So when we click on rent, it's going to tell you how much you were underfunded, how much you typically assign, your average spent, what you spent last month, and what you assigned last month. So that way you have a really good detail. You can even add a note over on the side to tell you whether you need less this month or whatever if you need to remind yourself of something. And the really cool thing that you can do is we're going to press details down here at the bottom, and it will tell you how much you need to stay on track. We're going to go ahead and fully fund this target for the week and give it $200. And so it'll tell you on the left here that you have $600 left needed this month. So then we're going to go through and we're just going to do the same thing for each category. All right, so I've went ahead and I have assigned my money into the categories for what I might need. So once you have your category set up, you're going to see each different one, where it's at and how much you need per month. So as you can see, we still have $576 left over to assign this month. Typically, this is where you would want to put it into a savings account or extra on something else. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and put it towards that retail product order, because as you can see, all of my other bills are covered for right now. You could pay up extra right now on those bills, but typically I like to add it to something where I am saving it up for. So the best choice here would be one of those goals. So retail products or utilities would be a great place to put this money. And as you can see, the ones that are in the yellow are going to be on track and staying where they need to be. The ones that are green are fully funded for the month. And if they're ever red, then you have underfunded those accounts and you need to allot more money for them. So I'm going to go ahead and add in the money. And what's really cool about this is you don't have to do any math. You just add, and then you're going to go ahead and put $576 into this account. So as you can see, now you're super close to meeting your goal for retail products for the month, and you have money assigned in every single category. So let's go ahead and say that you work today and you need to add some transactions in. So we're going to go ahead and add a transaction, and if you spent money that you want to add in, so say you spent money in cash at Salon Centric, you can go ahead and put that money in here. So let's go ahead and say you only spent $230 at Salon Centric. We're going to go ahead and say that you did $230, and you're going to click category and Salon Centric. So you spent $230 out of your Salon Centric account, and we're going to say the transaction is cleared because it's already come out and you know the money's gone, and press save. So now it tells you that you have $270 available to spend this week at Salon Centric, and it's showing you that you've paid $230. So what if you made money? You worked today and you made $430. It went into your unlinked business account if you made those transactions in card sales, and then you're going to go ahead and put it in a category which is inflow ready to assign. So you'll go ahead and save this transaction and you'll see at the top, now you have $430 more to assign to categories. You have full functionality of this app and letting it do what you want it to do, or it will auto assign it wherever it needs to go based on the time of month that it is and the bills that you have coming up. So it's super intuitive and very hands-off if you want it to be, or you can be hands-on if you like that as well. Now that we have all of this covered, adding in transactions, putting in our accounts, and seeing exactly where we're at, my favorite way to show you how to keep your budget on track and to show you where your money is going is I use widgets version of YNAB. So we're going to go ahead and download that off the App Store, and I'll show you exactly how we do that as well. All right, so we have our app downloaded, and that app that we're going to be using is called Allowance by YNAB, and you'll be able to find it with this symbol on your App Store. So I'm using our test budget, and you're going to choose the top 3 categories that you typically spend the most money in or you tend to overspend in. So once you're on this little app, then you're going to see what you have left in each category, what you've spent, and what you've budgeted. It'll even tell you what you have available per day to spend on any of these things. So it gives you a great allowance to show you exactly how much it is that you have left so you're not overspending. Take and hold your home screen down and you're going to press the plus sign, and we are going to add a widget. So say you just have one category that you tend to overspend in, you can have that one on the forefront of your mind. Or again, we can have those top 3, or you can even have a list of ones that you know you overspend in. But what we're going to do is go ahead and put this top 3 one in. And so as you can see up here on the top, it shows me exactly how much I have left in each of these categories to spend. And you can click on it and it will bring it up for you to add a transaction immediately when you spend it. So it's super easy and like hands off whenever it comes to like adding the money in or adding a transaction in. You don't have to go straight to the app and do all of the steps. It automatically pulls up this add transaction, which is really great. And it has the salon supplies category already selected. If you guys liked this type of video and would want to see another one, then please leave me a comment down below letting me know what you would like to see next. As always, I am not an accountant. I am just a hairstylist who has been using these tools for years and want to share with you what it is that has helped me to run my business like a business. So if you enjoyed this content, please feel free to like and subscribe and leave me a comment below letting me know what you would like to see next. And as always, I will see you again next Thursday in another video. Have a great week.